Oh yeah, the Snap Bros are back. Not a podcast this time, but we got the Snap Judge League kicking off. First week, exciting. We're going to cast some of our matches. Watch us win, watch us lose, watch us get stomped. It's going to be fun regardless. Now, this is my first match, TheKiD versus ZT4. Very, very, good competitor, tournament winner. He's in the Snap Fan World Championship. Tough battle out there. No big deal. Knows the final result. He doesn't know what the hell happened throughout the whole match. So it's going to be a first take for him, and it's going to be me revisiting all the mistakes I made. We can laugh at myself. It's going to be great. We'll link the Patreon for Snap Judge League or Snap Judgments Pod if you want to get in on this action. Pretty cool. So let's get it. TheKiD. All right. Let's get in the match. No big deal.
Baby. I'm fired up, kid. I'm fired up. We got Phoenix Force versus Discard.
That's right.
I know that's the, kind of the decks we're dealing with.
So wait, right away, I have the nut hand. I have the nut. This is the nut. This is never happens. I played, I have multiple man with a way to destroy it and Phoenix Force. And I also have Human Torch as a backup if something happens to the multiple man. This is the nut of nuts. And I'm just sitting here like, this guy's a tournament winner. I'm going to snap him turn one. What am I doing? I'm freaking out. I'm like, holy crap, what do I do? Of course I gotta snap, this is the nut hand. You have to do it.
Yeah. And to your point too, like if he's a good player, he's thinking like it's probably bad players snapping on turn one, right? So maybe like, you're just doing it for content or you're just whatever, so if anything, like it's correct to snap on turn one. It doesn't it looks like you're trolling almost when you snap.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know his deck, he doesn't know my deck. And that's the nervousness about snapping on turn one, And then the Doctor Strain comes too, which is like a ridiculous card. The Ghost Spider comes, like everything's falling into place for me. Like, okay, I got to just play this deck the way it's meant to be played and not screw it up. Channel my inner Jet, and things will hopefully go well.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it too. And what is ZT playing here? So he didn't play anything on 1 and 2. So no Morbius, no Blade, no Meek. So he's not off to a great start. Just as the discard guy, I mean, I can speak to the discard stuff. This is not a very good start for the discard player, and you're nutting. And he's ZT4 has stayed in the game. Oh, and he's snapping back with pass Dakin. ZT4 snaps back. Okay, this is a fucking insane game one. What are we doing here?
I know. And so, but his deck has the ability to go taller than mine, even if I get the nut draw, because he can Dakin, Zola, Modok. He plays Ravona in his deck. The Dakins can get ridiculous. He can get like 60, 70 power in 2 lanes. Like if he pops off, it pops off a lot more than mine. So I'm keeping that in the back of my head. I'm like, oh man, like wow, here we go. So obviously I get the multiple man. And he's got a super giant. I had no idea there was gonna be a super giant in here. So now I got to think about, all right, what am I gonna do here? What's gonna be the biggest payoff on turn 6 when the super giant reveals? So I go through a couple things and I think about a few things. I mean, what do you think?
Well, you could talk about your plays. I'm looking at him and I'm saying, he's snapping, and again, there's no Morbi, no Ravona to Morbi the Dakin. Like, what could he be possibly be hiding behind this super giant? Like, you're in great shape because you already have a revealed multiple man on the field. So like, as far as I'm looking at it, he's kind of fucked here, Like, your multiple man is revealed. If it wasn't, then like say he turned off your Phoenix Force, if you had to force on 5, that'd be brutal for you, right?
Yeah. Now I'm only looking at I know like with the super giant, he's not gonna have a gambit to kill my multiple man. Doctor Strange is gonna turn on turn 6, and it's gonna pull 3 multiple men into the Orcus Forge lane. Into the right lane. So I know Doctor Strange is probably the best play there. My last played card was multiple men, so I can Ghost Spider. I can also task Ghost Spider, and move the multiple men a little bit.
This is a bit awkward for you, right? Because I'm looking at it like maybe you just move the multiple men back and forth. Yeah, left, and then move that one right. Oh, you're going, okay. I see. Okay. So you're doing it like that. See, I don't know how to play Phoenix Force, so yeah, you know what you're doing here. Because you're saying he's pulling all 3 to the right lane, the Doctor Strange.
So what I did might have been a mistake. Like
back and forth.
I probably should have done that. I might have choked. I don't honestly know. Even looking at this now.
I don't even know if you play the Ghost Spider just because it's only 2 power. You kind of.
Well, you want to get like an extra multiple man. I can get an extra one here because it's you know, I get an extra one in another lane because I'm not filling the 2 middle lanes with 2 each. I don't think.
Okay, I thought you were. Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Maybe I was. You
Yeah.
know, it's tough.
Because
Even
you go
going back here, everything's
and then
going
you
so
go
fast.
back forth again. And so then you could kind of have a space to play something on turn 6 if you needed to, right? Because you're always going to strange last. So yeah, I don't love playing a 2 mid right now personally.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, you did. You played Torch.
No, this is the last turn, bro.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought we were on turn 5. My bad. My bad. Okay, yeah. This is too high. It's too much going on. So okay, let's see what he's hiding. You know, because you got to think he snapped you, right?
I'm thinking he's gonna Zola the Dakin lane. So I'm like, okay. Actually, I didn't even know what he was gonna do, to be honest.
Okay, Morbius got to be MODOK, right? I think has to be MODOK.
I would imagine, yeah.
So you're looking pretty good.
And we're in
right.
for 8 cubes. We're in for 8 cubes.
Yeah, left and right are like massive for you.
And also too, like it could have pulled the Taskmaster instead of the multiple man, so I got a little bit lucky there. And I probably could have ended up with more multiple men in the middle, but I probably fucked up the sequencing. I'm almost sure that I did.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to post this in.
Yeah, left and right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I think I definitely should have done that.
You would have had one more mid, but you would have probably lost. You would have had 18 mid. And
yeah, so I would have lost the mid anyway.
Yeah.
But like I knew, and the reason why it took so long, so I got 8 cuber right away. So the reason why I took so long thinking too was because I'm like, all right, he only has 1 Muramasa shard in hand. He doesn't have 2, right? Yeah. I knew he had 1. So I'm like, the Dakin's going to be 8. And then I was like, how much more power? His Apocalypse was 12. Discarding it will be 16. So like, I did that math.
Yeah, the key is that he does not have Ravona down, right? So if you would have played Vona on 2, then he could have had like 3 Muramasa shards and you would have been cooked there. So
again, I got very lucky there because I had the nut of nuts, you know. I mean, he played it out too. So, you know, he had pretty good power as well.
He had 25, yeah.
Yeah, like I had nut of nuts. I had to, you know, that's what this deck's all about. I had to, you know, go in and go for it.
Yeah, that's crazy. So that's a huge part of the match just decided right on the first game there.
yeah. And then this deck is so wild because like even like I was talking to you before, like yesterday I played a you know, just like a Silver Conquest with it, and like there was one I went to 7 rounds and saw multiple men twice. There was another game I didn't even tell you about. I went to 6 rounds and saw multiple men 0 times. Didn't even draw him in 6 rounds. And it was wild. I'm like, am I using a different deck that I'm not aware of? So now
Hulkbuster here just in case your Venom or something comes down. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
So the car is awkward for you for sure. It's probably pretty good location for him.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna try and do Human Torch kind of stuff. Okay. Whereas you know I feel like I can get my torch bigger, move him, and
pray for no Venom here. We got to pray for no Venom. Okay, good. So that's huge. Oh. Okay, never mind. Now it's a little weird still.
Yeah, but now I can Taskmaster.
Yeah, Venom
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, you Venom Task, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Oh, Nico boost? No, okay. Oh, copy though. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting because now I can. You'll see. I'm thinking about Nicoing and then Venom, and then I copy the big power Venom.
Taskmaster next turn, obviously, right? Oh no, you Venom again, then you can Task.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So I got nice, you know, nice RNG with the Doctor Strange again. Got lucky.
Yeah, and actually kind of unlucky. I mean, APOC's not the worst thing from Sakar, but sometimes you need the APOC in your hand as the discard player.
And then watch his if I remember correctly what happens here. Maybe it's not this one. No, it's got to be the next turn. All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, if he doesn't have Swarm, right, then his MODOK actually erases his hand, and he doesn't not have an APOC to play, right? If he plays MODOK now, right? We're on turn 5.
Yeah.
Because Sakar ripped an APOC out of his hand. So he has to have Swarm in hand or else he's in like a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, this is hilarious. So we got 34 power Venom, and
I'm thinking what to do. Like I'm nervous because I know these discard lists sometimes play Gambit, so I'm like, God damn it! Like I'm like, what do I'm like? Should I just task here? But if I task, then like he has priority.
You know what I think you should have done? You should have played the Deadpool and Ghost Spider separate to give more Gambit targets. Oh no, you don't have Prio. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't have Prio, and here we go.
Here we go, 50-50.
Yeah. Here
and
comes the gambit. Boom.
Oh, okay.
Dummy's like, yeah. But luckily the Nico had the copy, right?
True. And it's 50-50 anyway. So, if you're ever in a situation where it's 50-50, you kind of have to stay in the game, right? You don't want to just give them a cube for free. So,
yeah.
Yeah. And this isn't too bad. 21-21. You got a 4-power Deadpool as well. You could play left or right, basically.
Yeah.
You wouldn't play the Deadpool mid, obviously. But this is just Taskmaster Deadpool for you, right?
Yeah. This is
If I
Taskmaster
could
Deadpool.
go back to the first game, just because that was the 8-cube banger, I think you would have to think about retreating if he played Ravonna on 2.
Yeah.
Because then he can hide Zola behind his Dakin, right?
Yeah.
And that would have been Super Giant into Zola, and then MODOK on 6. Or, hide the MODOK, behind Super Giant, then Zola. So then Zola would go off, MODOK,
Yeah.
and
Yes. He gets the 3 Muramasa shards and off to the races.
You lose left for sure, and wherever else, you're gonna lose 2 lanes there.
Yeah.
So
that's it. His pop off is way bigger than mine. So I was definitely nervous about it, but I'm like, I gotta go in. He's a better player than me, so I have to take more chances.
No, I mean you had the nut and you played it. So it is what it is. There's no point in playing Phoenix Force. You're gonna leave games where you get a huge multiple man everywhere, right? So
yeah.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Yeah, so he left that one, so he's like down 10-1 here. And I think this is kind of like, now we'll showcase kind of like this game will showcase, I think, what it's like to have a combo deck. Sometimes you get the stuff, sometimes you get nothing.
Well, I mean, in fairness, you got sniped by Gambit. You had a 20-power Venom snipe last game.
Yeah.
And you still won the game. So that's, to your point of combo decks, I think he didn't draw MODOK. I think that's what happened there.
Yeah.
I think he had MODOK buried in the deck.
And here I'm debating whether or not to let Human Torch die in Murder World without the Phoenix Force draw. Do I take that risk? And I decided that I don't need to take that risk up 10-1.
Okay.
That I can try and play a little bit more conservatively.
I probably would have done it personally just to have something dead, but again, I'm not a PF player.
But if I don't have, I have Ghost Spider and Doctor Strange in my hand, so I can move the torch and make a big torch, right?
And then task it.
And then hopefully Venom or something, and then task.
Mm-hmm.
So with 2 move cards in my hand and no Phoenix Force, it's like, I don't know.
So you're just playing Phoenix line here.
Yeah, just killing something to kill it is not great. And you can't. Untapped didn't record here, so I was looking at hand size and stuff too.
Oh, it doesn't record. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, look, I mean, we're not seeing the untapped stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so we want to. So Nowhere's a little bit awkward for you here.
Very awkward. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work with Taskmaster either. So. Oh, Nico's minus ×2 on herself. It's not going to help you out too much there.
No. And what I'm hoping for here is to get the Hulkbuster on the Human Torch so that I can Taskmaster it.
Yeah.
Because if it hits the Nico, then the Taskmaster is going to be, what's it called? If it hits the Ghost Spider, then the Taskmaster is going to be on the Ghost Spider.
I'd say finally, ZT's kind of cooking something here, right? Like I said before, he wasn't really getting the cards he needed as a discard player.
Yeah.
But we got Dakin, Morbi, Dracula.
Oh yeah.
If this is a MODOK here, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. So now I'm seeing how I can copy the Taskmaster in a way that I'm gonna use Doctor Strange on the last turn to move Human Torch. Nowhere makes this very awkward for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, my best play is to get a 5/11 Taskmaster right now, and then maybe Doctor Strange to get a 22-power Human Torch. What lane is best to do that in?
So you have to clog your left lane somehow.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because then you don't take the task with you.
But I was like, should I have played the Taskmaster left? Oh, then there's the fucking game.
Gamba. Oh my God, Sniper! What is it, American Sniper?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude, this Gambit is.
Oh yeah, I completely messed up here. Yeah.
That's gonna take Taskmaster, right?
Yeah.
The PF.
Yeah.
So Strange moves that. Task middle. Okay.
I made a big mistake. Do you know what my big mistake was?
It's gonna take both.
It's the Phoenix Force takes task, and my last played card was Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay.
So now it's gonna task Doctor Strange. I don't think I would have won anyway.
Yeah, order. Yeah, your order is just slightly off. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, it depends if he has APOC in hand. I mean, I wasn't watching the MODOK. It depends what this drag hits. If he hits APOC, you're like giga dead no matter what, even if you didn't mess it up.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, mistakes were made.
A swarm? APOC? No, you're dead. Yeah.
It didn't matter. I think I lost anyway.
That's a 29 power middle. So say you add an extra 11 middle, you're at 21. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I still lost. Mm-hmm. But if I played one card on nowhere, no one played on nowhere, which is hilarious, I think.
Yeah, I just somehow snuck a Nico there.
I was debating just throwing a Nico there or something like on the last turn. You know,
I would have won it. That's hilarious.
But then I was like, oh, I should have clogged the lane. Mm-hmm. You know, so.
Yeah. Okay, you got a little something here. A little Forge, Torch, Venom.
And we get the Phoenix Force, so here we go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So Forge, Torch, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Man, this is rough for ZT4. I mean, I was coming here. I wanted to hype up a match, you know, a little back and forth. Oh, who's gonna win? You know, for the people. I mean, you're just punishing this guy, man. I feel bad. And his Venom is like Bradley Cooper, American Sniper. Like he's going crazy out there.
His Gambit, you mean his Gambit?
Oh, what did I say?
Venom.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, his Gambit. Yeah. Sniping your Venom. Yeah, sniping your Taskmaster. I mean, this is insanity. Wow, Supergiant on 1. So he's gonna hide Zola, I guess. I wonder.
No, he can't. What do you mean? It's turn 2.
Oh yeah.
I think he's just playing for stats.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just gonna do what Jet says. It's Buddha. That means you just wait. You be patient. You sit. You wait. You be patient. You don't play cards.
Buddha. I love it.
That's the Phoenix Force way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think move in general is like that. You know, you don't know if you're gonna have your fist, your torch. You know, is it Vulture? Is it Dagger? You know, Dagger, you want to wait, see where they're playing, and you know, you don't want to just be throwing your cards out when you don't know which direction to move them in. You don't need to. They're cheap. They're cheap cards.
Yeah. This Monsters Isle I didn't like either. I think it kind of screwed me a little bit in the sense that maybe it didn't actually. Never mind. I was gonna say it because to move my torch, it was gonna be more than my torch.
For Strange,
but I could have moved my torch first, and then I could have moved the Phoenix Force torch first, then Stranged, which would have been fine.
Yeah, you're okay. The question is now, how do you win? How do you win a second lane, right? Because torch is gonna win a lane for you.
Yeah, and
there's no Killmonger in this deck.
No, and if I had like Carnage first instead of Venom, that would have been much better to draw Venom later. No, I just moved over because I was waiting to get a Taskmaster.
Oh, okay.
To win a second lane because that was my only out.
Right.
I don't think if I played Multiple Man and Deadpool, like those are just bullshit little cards.
Yeah.
What am I going to Taskmaster, right?
True.
I had to hope for the Taskmaster and I didn't get it.
Fair. Yeah. And you could just play out all these cards anyway now. Anyway.
Yeah. If he plays the MODOK, the Morbius, you know, if I play out a 3-power Multiple Man, what the hell is that going to do to me, right?
Okay. So we gotta go torch right, obviously, right? And then you just gotta hope you can outpower this Supergiant. That's gotta be the play, right?
I think that's what I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Not much else you could do. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Then you can basically ditch the Ghost Spider. Yeah. Torch. I would say torch mid, Ghost Spider right, and then just dump your hand. Rest of your hand mid.
I think I thought the 36 power was gonna win, right? So I think I thought just the most power I can get in mid to try and beat that 5. In case he plays some other little bullshit.
I think you have to because, I mean, if he starts, you know, if he MODOK or something, like, even left's going to get bigger. So it's just going to be really hard to win.
Yeah, I should have played Ghost Spider instead of Deadpool there. It's 1 extra power. Oh, no. Yeah. Am I realizing that now?
Maybe you do that. Oh. Okay. So you're taking left. Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter.
I'm just being an idiot.
We're just playing cards. Oh no! See, I don't love this.
I ran out of time. I don't think it would have mattered anyway.
Yeah, what extra 3 power mid would have mattered? Let's see.
I don't think it did. I think afterwards I'm like, oh, it didn't. But
Bradley Cooper? Wow, Bradley Cooper! Fuck off, ZT. This is crazy. Oh my god, this guy's crazy. Oh, thank God he's only on one cube here. I would be mega tilted if I were you. I was losing like 4 cube games to this bullshit Gambit right now. I've played a lot of Gambit. I've never had luck like this. This guy's 3 for 3. This Gambit's shot 3 times. I think he's erased like 56 points of power.
Yeah.
With 3 shots. It's absolutely absurd.
So he has 2 in the middle. It was 2 in the middle. So, you know, I was down 2 in the middle. So I would have won that one. But the Gambit got me.
You would have won. Yeah. But if you played the strange mid, which is
if I didn't play like an idiot and I didn't get sniped by Gambit. So.
Oh yeah, Gambit sniped you anyway, didn't it? Yeah.
He sniped a Human Torch. Yeah.
Gambit got your torch. Yeah. That was your win condition.
Yeah. Which whatever.
Hey,
I'm not.
We got Gambit. Gambit fodder this game. 2 Raptors,
yeah, exactly.
Baby. 2 Raptors.
Gambit's a great card. He's fun. I'm not mad about losing a Gambit like that.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, it's Gambit, man. He's never
even if I was down like 10-2 and I lost a Gambit, like I'm not gonna be mad about that. That's hilarious.
Okay,
it's
so
great.
he's got the Vona out this time.
Yeah, he's got the Ravona, very scary, and then Tarnax and the bullshit location.
I think Tarnax is good for you. You're a move player. Like Tarnax is bad for people who actually want to play their cards, right? Yeah. But you can like play Doctor Strange on Tarnax, right?
Yeah.
And you can now move whatever the hell you want to Tarnax.
Yeah. So now here I'm going for the Hulk Phoenix Force Hulkbuster line.
Okay.
Okay, where you destroy the Hulkbuster and you revive Phoenix Force as the Hulkbuster onto another card. So I can revive it onto a Human Torch, onto a multiple man, onto something, right?
Okay.
So now I'm debating, do I want to just kill the Hulkbuster and go with my original plan and then get a big Hulkbuster because it's 5 power? Or do I take the 50-50 and put the Human Torch, make a bigger Venom, and the Phoenix Force will be either a Human Torch or a Hulkbuster? Mm-hmm. And I said, I just would rather have the Hulkbuster.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right play or not, but it's what I chose to do.
Yeah, that's a WWJT.
Oh, and there we go. There we go. Hulkbuster. Yeah, Hulkbuster. I'm like, I think this probably ended up being the same. Actually, this was probably worse because Venom is 2 less power. But then I have 2 more power in the middle. You know, I was okay with the 50-50 either way here. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't Tarnax, it wouldn't have had to be a 50-50, and I would have just had Human Torch.
See what I mean though? By Tarnax is bad for other decks. This guy just has a Bucky Barnes on his field, you know. Yeah. Like, and you're a Phoenix Force player. You could just move in there anytime you want. Mm-hmm. So I think it's really nice task off the top.
So now I draw the task. So now it's like
task mid or what, and then move Venom right.
I had a lot of debate with this one.
Okay, I think I go task Deadpool mid and just move Venom right personally. But he already MODOK, so I kind of get your point. But I just Baxter's middle. I don't know. I don't see what he plays to beat 21 power mid, right? Like you could play task Deadpool mid here, and then he can't do anything right. So
I think his APOC was 12 or 16.
Yeah,
I forget what his APOC was.
Oh, 16 would put him to 22. I mean, it can't be 16 because no Dracula. It's probably 12, right? So. Yeah, okay. This is what I would have done.
This is what I thought too. Yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly what I would have done. So let's see.
And look what he top decks.
Oh, it is Dracula.
He top decked Dracula.
Yeah. So if it's just APOC, you win, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't account for him top decking Dracula.
Oh.
And I initially had it left, right? Like I initially was gonna go left.
Yeah, left would have won as well.
I would have won that.
Yeah.
If I tasked left, I would have won that. But yeah, I didn't think he was gonna top deck Dracula.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
Which, I think that was a 50-50 for me, but like, I figured I'd try and go for the Baxter building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're playing really good so far. I mean, is it not like other than the one where you clearly should have played Doctor Strange mid, but he sniped your torch anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. But say he doesn't snipe your torch, you had that game won for sure.
Yeah, and I ran out of time being an idiot. So
yeah. But other than that game, I think you're playing really good. ZT4. I mean, the thing with discard is, this guy's a discard master, right? But it's the same play line basically every time, right? Like you want a Morbius, you want your Dakin. I guess with his deck, it's a little more complicated because he's got the Zola Dakin like craziness, which we haven't really seen pop off in the series.
And here's the nut again, which this doesn't happen. So I can't believe I got it twice in a conquest match. This rarely happens. So
snap.
It's like you can't snap. I think I clicked the thing. But yeah. And so I think on the first game I probably could have got more multiple men if I did the interactions a little bit better. I think, and I think this game too. I think I messed up. I think I could have got like a few more multiple men if I did, because there's very weird interactions, and usually when I play this game on ladder, people leave when I Phoenix Force multiple men, so I don't get to fucking practice, which is bullshit. Like there's such weird interactions,
It would be nice if we had like play versus PC, in Marvel Snap. It's weird we don't have that. Like you have to just do like proving ground, but then people just leave. So it'd be nice if we could just like practice, just do practice hands.
Talking about practice, man.
Yeah. So he's in a really rough spot. I'm looking at this. This is pass Dracula. This is absolutely horrible. You're a discard player. This is This is just a absolute brick by ZT4. It's unfortunate for him, because you do have a lot of good early game stuff in a discard. I don't know what his list is, but again, I'm thinking Blade. I'm thinking Colleen Wing. I thought I saw her around there. Dakin as 3. Like, he has 0 of these cards to play on turn 1, turn 2, or 3. So and you're starting to just shit multiple men out all over the board now. So do you think you should have waited till you could move 3, or no?
What do you mean?
Like with Strange, like, because this is turn 5, right?
Maybe.
Strange.
And it's Camartage, right? I figured it was Camartage. I was gonna get 3 on the right.
Camartage.
So I can just move them around.
Yeah.
I don't know if putting it in Camartage was optimal, however. I don't know if I could have done a different move and got more, but maybe not. I mean, like I have 5 multiple men on the board. I'm gonna fill everything.
Yeah, you're
on
gonna
turn
have
6.
one space available. Yeah, which is nice, because then you could play a card there.
Yeah. Now I do one nice interaction, which you'll see on the next turn.
Yeah, this is rough, man. This is turn 5 call.
Yeah, wait till this motherfucker comes out.
Well, it doesn't matter, right?
Why don't you take a guess what it hits?
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh yeah, Camartage.
2 multiple men. Cooper. Like, come on, man.
This guy's sick.
So with multiple men moving on the Phoenix Force, if you play Hulkbuster first and then move multiple men, both of them get the buff.
What? Okay.
If you move the multiple men and then play Phoenix and then play Hulkbuster, the order matters big time. If you move then play Hulkbuster, only one of them gets a buff. So that's why I'm playing Hulkbuster first and then multiple men. I'm hoping the Hulkbuster is going to go on the multiple men, make it 11 power, and then both will be 11 power. Does that make sense?
It does, but that's crazy, and now I need to see it, because it's like one of those things where I feel like it's not going to compute. That's how it works. I don't know why it works that way, but like I'm just asking you if what I'm saying it makes sense. It makes sense, but
why I'm playing it that way.
I'm a visual learner. I want to see. I want to see the Hulkbuster merge now.
Yeah, you'll see.
Yeah. So where are you trying to allocate your power here, kid?
I mean, I'm hoping, like, I'm gonna get 2 multiple men. I'm just trying to fill all lanes, honestly.
Okay.
And I want Forge to be on Camartage to buff.
Double Forge, yeah. So you want to leave space for your multiple men to actually shit themselves out.
Yeah.
Basically.
So here's Hulkbuster. Okay, it hits the multiple men, which is great.
But that could hit Venom, right?
Yeah, it could have hit Venom.
Okay.
So that multiple man goes over.
Oh, but now so 50-50. And
now it's 11.
Oh, it clones for 11. That's kind of sick. I had no idea that it worked like that.
If you move first and then play Hulkbuster, it only will have 1. It won't clone both.
Ah, okay. Better odds too, anyway, because it's just 50-50 with Venom.
Yeah.
Double Forge, pew pew. I mean, I think you just win right. There's nothing he could play right that. Oh, okay, never mind. Is it a MODOK? No. Okay, yeah. So he didn't draw MODOK either. So MODOK on Camartage is interesting here.
Yeah, I mean, I would
MODOK's right. You could lose here.
Yeah, I would have lost right. I mean, he wouldn't have had the mana for the other stuff then. He wouldn't have the mana for Morbius.
Oh, he played Morbius on 6. Yeah, he would have had to play it instead of like Colleen, right? He would have had to draw his Morbius.
So
GG, man. Wow.
That was it. Yeah, and I would have lost the right lane if Hulkbuster didn't hit. But I mean, I wasn't middle and left anyway, so. Yeah, so I don't know. I got a lucky 8-cuber at the beginning, lucky he didn't not draw there. And then just kind of like, he played well. I thought I did okay. And it was fun, man. It was fun. What did you think?
I think this game was mostly decided on the first game.
Yeah,
and I
obviously.
think that he really, I mean, obviously this is total hindsight. I did this in match against Ninja. I stayed in a game where I shouldn't have. But if you're playing discard, right, you know you're going to have 25-25, and you're playing against like 5 multiple men. So 8 times 4 is 32. If you can't get over 32-32, you got to leave that game, you know? And so I think he should have gave you 4 cubes on the first match. And you probably still could win there, right? Like, his Gambit's not going to fucking hit your torch every goddamn time, you know, for the rest of the match. Like, it's probably going to be a couple more games. The Gambit's not going to hit Venom every goddamn time. Yeah. So there's going to be a game where, you know, Gambit hits a Raptor and you just win that, you know? So, yeah, so, you know, maybe you still win, but I think it would have been interesting if he would gave up the 4 cubes on the first game.
I think he put up some pretty sick power in the first game.
25-25 he did. I remember the numbers. It was, yeah, you could even fast forward to it. Yeah, keep going. There you go. See, 25-25, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So your max left is 30, and your max mid is 26. So if you have Torch, multi, you have 26. He has to be able to beat 26 at 26. If 26-30, he has to be able to beat, and he doesn't, and he stays in the game. And you know that by turn 6, right? It's just a math problem at that point. So maybe, I don't know if he was thinking, oh, tourney, like, let's go, like, I got my pop off, I don't feel like doing the math, but
maybe he wasn't expecting the Taskmaster to be the extra 8 power on the left. Maybe he was thinking I couldn't get an extra 8 power on the left, and I tasked there.
Yeah, so he thought it was going to be 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, true. And then he wins mid anyway, right? So
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I mean, like, it's not. Yeah.
It's like, does he have task, or does he not have task? I think. Yeah. I don't know.
I use the task on a multiple man? Like, who does that, right? Like,
I'm a shit discard player. I'm looking at it like, I got Dracula, I'm winning the lane, you know? And I think it's just, you know, like you said, the curse of the cocky gamer, you know? Like, you think you got Dracula and the lane's over. You got Dracula Dakin in the lane. Like, no way, can't lose. Dracula Dakin. Yeah. How was he going to beat that? But you beat it, you know? It's just math.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I thought it was an awesome match. And
it was fun. It was fun.
I like seeing the cool Hulkbuster plays. I like seeing the alternate lines where you were doing, like, the Taskmaster on an 11 power card. I've never done any of that shit with Phoenix Force. I just retreat when I don't get my Torch or my Phoenix Force, and I always just retreat.
Well, yeah, I didn't get to do any Nico lines, so you can do some wild stuff with Nico where you build Nico up and then you copy Nico, and then if Nico has the copy effect, when you Phoenix Force her, it copies the whole Phoenix Force thing. So then you get like 115 Nikos and shit like that. Then you could Venom those and Taskmaster those, and you get like 30 powers. It gets kind of wild. And also, if you double, like if the Nico has to double her power, if you Phoenix Force, if you kill the Nico when it says double her power and you Phoenix Force, it doubles the power again. So then you start getting ridiculous Nikos.
Yeah.
So that's even another line too. So it's like kind of cool. Yeah. And then in this deck, you know, Jet is playing with Human Torch right now. He says so he likes that. And then the other tech slot instead of Human Torch is either Eliath or Loki. So, but yeah, I don't know, fun. Excited to see your match. We'll cast that once it gets done later this week.
No, I'm nervous, man. You crushed it so hard. You know, I got pressure. So. I got to step up.
I don't think so. I got so lucky. I'm so happy there's one with Phoenix Force. Like, I'll probably lose the next 3 matches, but I'm gonna have fun, man. I don't care. It's all about fun.
No, that's great, right? Man. And that's Phoenix Force is a really cool deck, and I think it's interesting, and it actually makes for exciting games. You know, like just exciting pop-off games. That's what Marvel Snap's all about. You know, so. Respect to ZT4, man. You know, good on him. He's, you know, dude's a beast, and you know, I'm sure he's gonna keep crushing. But you know, hey, congrats to the kid. We, you know, took down one. Going for that $100, baby.
Going for that 100. All right. Peace.